anyone who's in the room, welcome. Hi, Miguel, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Anyone who's in the room, click on and say hello. Let me know who you are. Oh, I'm not too shabby, hanging in there. Feeling tired, but you know, it's to be expected, I suppose, at times. I'm trying to get the camera set up right here. I'm having issues with my thing. Hi, Georgina. Welcome. Oh, he says my battery wants to die. Well, let's fix it. I'm just going to set up my tablet so I can see your messages better. How are you guys doing with the energies? Are you feeling good? Hopefully. I've been busy this week taking care of my daughter and grandkids. They've been pretty sick, so I'm hoping my immune system is going to kick anything that's there out. That's the best plan. That's good. That's nice to know. It's nice to feel. I like that. I know this may sound a little crazy, I suppose, being what it is I do for a living, but I am looking forward to, or trying to trust my own intuition more. The cat's going a little crazy. Oh crap, I can't sign in with that one. That's kind of weird. Maybe I'll just have to use the computer, I guess. Hang on a minute. Actually, I could get my other sign-in post here. I got myself a new modem, and because the internet was incredibly slow, but now I need it optimized, so it's still probably pretty slow. Let me just find the network. There we go. Yes? Okay, awesome. All right. Okay. This pay and play is you pay some money and I pull you some cards. Welcome like our snow. Oh, me too. I hope they get better soon too, Georgina. It's been a pretty bad cold for them, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna move you guys over here so I don't have to be like I'm in a tennis match back and forth with the... Whoa. Or losing you on the ground entirely. Back and forth with the, sorry about that. Oh, it's saying the connection failed. Password incorrect. Let's try again. Oh, that's why, okay. PH, where is it? 2PH4. That might work if you put it in correctly. Alright. I have two of the same tarot decks sitting on the table. Let's not get them confused here. Let's not do that. So, We're about heading into summer vacay time. Does anyone have any vacation plans? I'm going to be heading to BC next month, I figure. That should be fun. Why does it keep saying it's incorrect? I swear this Mercury retrograde is like all up my butt and then some. Just saying. Back. Third time's a charm, they say. I know Mercury is direct already, but I face a real wobble when I'm going into a Mercury retrograde and out. Hampton Beach, 2 weeks. I just did a channeling yesterday about Hampton. Yeah. Very nice. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. Woohoo, look at that, guys. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely getting connected to my jam here. All right. See what's up. Come on. Yes, I do have a network connection. Don't mess with me. It's telling me it doesn't want to connect. It says it's connected though, so the heck. So maybe we'll pull a reading for whoever's in the room right now. How's that sound? That sounds like fun. And then we'll go into the You Pay, We Play. Does that sound good? I like it. So general collective energy. What's the collective energy of people that are in the room? See if it'll let me sign in. I'm having so many problems with sign-in passwords and all that sort of stuff. Some of you could be facing legal battles. Some of you could be facing a situation, if you're a feminine, dealing with a boss or a person, another male around you. Some of you could be dealing with a situation of trying to take control in a situation. Hi, Tamara, but not necessarily knowing how to, because there's something that you don't want to offend. It's like, if I say something to somebody, it may offend them. This could be in the workplace. It's kind of like that energy of should I or shouldn't I? How much is it gonna kick back at me if I speak up? But there's something going on, and you really need to use your intuition here. There's some sort of stalemate energy of not sure which way to go. Now, someone could be, if you're a feminine, dealing between a masculine and his father. If you're a masculine, you could be dealing with a feminine who is having issues with the father, or this could be an adult child of yours that is dealing with you and their significant other. So take it as it resonates. When I have 3 people cards, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 people cards out of 7, there's a whole lot of interpersonal relationship stuff going on here. It seems like there's a stalemate towards your happiness nonetheless. Bottom of the deck, though, it's encouraging. We've got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. No, that's fine. You can pay now, and when you pay, put put your question underneath when you send payment, and then I can go back and look at it. I'm gonna turn on my other device so I can do a check on something. This one. This Let's see. Let's see if this one works here. Okay, it's not going to work, so we'll use this other one because that's all I've got left to use. Has anyone else been having issues with your mind working around electronics? Because, damn, I am just saying. Usually I'm incredibly great with electronics and all that sort of thing, but I am having, you know, my moments, let me tell you. Anyway, so there's something between, there's like quite a few people in the picture here. Someone who is kind of sitting back watching and waiting for the whole thing to unfold. Somebody who is trying to take control over the situation, and someone who like knows a truth. Did you send it by PayPal, or how did you send it? Someone who knows a truth of some sort. It's like they're watching it all unfold and waiting for the perfect time to add their opinion into the situation, or if they should. That's the stalemate energy of holding back, not being sure if someone should speak up in a circumstance or a situation. There's some confusion about that. A lot of apprehension. Okay. You also can pay through Super Chat if at the bottom where you're typing your messages you hit the $. You can use that as well. Okay, I'm just going to my thing here on the desktop site. Why did it do that? Yeah. Technological issues. Gotta love them. Come on, you can do it. Thank you. You see, like, I'm trying to sign into other applications and stuff. Now, see, my tablet just died. My phone is signed into a different account, so it won't go into the proper YouTube thing. It's asking me to sign in, and then it won't let me sign in. It's like, yeah, crazy. And then I put the password in and it says the password's wrong. It just never, I tell you. Frustrating. Now it's going to send me a passcode to my phone, which I'm using for the chat. There we go. Let's hoping I don't lose you. Hi, Freya. Chap 2 there, kitty. Now we have someone coming to show you her tail here. Why is it asking for another one? Freya! You see the issues I'm having here, people? If it's not it's the cat. If it's not everything else, it's the cat. Seriously. My goodness gracious. Ay, caramba. Okay, I might have to restart this over again, this chat. If I have to, I'll be back. So, yeah, but let's see if I can get to what I need to get to here. It's just easier for me to see the chat if I have a secondary way of looking at it. So let's go here. Okay, now I can see the chat. This is cool. I have to look backwards to see the chat, but I can see the chat. This is cool. I have to look backwards to see the chat, but I can see the chat. All right, back to this collective reading. So I would say that the collective is highly distracted right now from maybe their work, from things that they need to do. They want to take control of circumstance, situation. There's lots that they want to focus on and bring to fruition, but there's like a whole shit show of like this, the back and forth energy, the not sure which way to go, trying one thing it doesn't work, trying another it doesn't work, and then you have interference from the outside coming in that doesn't work. It's like everything's stopping you up. It's almost like I'm just going to say a requirement. It's almost like a time of having patience as opposed to a lot of movement forward. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. We ask you to relax and feel safe. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So there's some messages there that are beautiful. I'm going to pull another card to clarify the Emperor, the Death card. So somebody could be dealing with a Aries, Scorpio, somebody taking control to put an end to something which transforms moving forward, and it's fast-paced action. Someone recently could have had a passing away of a patriarch in the family, and there's been a lot of juggling perhaps since. It's almost like a good news scenario because the person's not suffering anymore. There could also be some who've had an end with a job or an end with something they were in control of. You might be switching from running your own business or your own type of empire to having working for somebody else again, or vice versa. It could also be the end of control issues or the end of restrictions as Saturn turns retrograde. Perhaps it's a time of pause and there's an end to having to be so in control of everything. I get the Ten of Pentacles to me, which is a family card, a card of inheritance. It's a card of building for the future. It's also a gift from the divine, something coming to you. This is something that you, whoever this is for, it's like you don't see it coming. It's wrapping up, it's very much wrapping up a cycle about how you've done things to make money in the past, or the worry about money that you've had in the past. Wrapping up that cycle. We're also wrapping up a cycle emotionally as well for the same type of scenario, because it comes out as emotion and finances. Now, I'm telling you, I don't know who's not emotional about their finances, but I know that family affects your finances. Having lack of love in your life can affect your performance at work. Having a lot of focus on work or money, finances, whatever that is, can affect your relationships. It's about finding that balance, and there's some sort of stalemate in energy about not being sure which way to go or what to do, or even, I want to say, who to listen to. It's almost like in this circumstance, everybody has their opinion, their thoughts in a family scenario or friends, whatever, about what you should do or who you should be, or it's almost like you're changing things up and people are having an issue. Maybe not an issue. Issue's not the right word, they're telling me. But they're having a little bit of concern about, or maybe it's you having the concern about what others are going to think or how they're going to feel. Maybe if have a mate or a significant other and you're trying to switch your job up or your career up or whichever, there could be some concerns about how that person will react to how you feel about where you're at in circumstance and situation. All right. Georgina, do you have a specific question? Do you have a specific question, Georgina? Or just what Spirit wants you to know, perhaps? Georgina, I'm getting that it's like there's this running around in circles energy for you. I literally just heard running around in circles. Someone from the other side is coming through for you, a male figure. He's not showing himself as or who he is at this point. There's almost for you, it's like a need to stop and hit the refresh button. Like you're waiting, and you're putting energy into this thing, that thing, another thing, and another thing. But it's like, it's not going anywhere. The circle just keeps spinning. It's almost like either it's time to close out a whole cycle, close out the browser, stop browsing in that direction, or it's time to hit the refresh button. Reset button. The reset button. Yeah, all up in your feels about that circumstance or situation, wanting to move away from rough waters to calm waters, but to a certain extent, you're not seeing the positive in moving away from waiting for everything to refresh itself. Hi, Freya. You gonna come knock the camera down again? Crazy cat? Seriously? She's full of beans for the last little while, I'll tell you that much. Georgina, if you're in the room and you're hearing this, please do put a comment and let me know. That would be awesome. So I just pulling a soul card for you, Georgina. I got mediator, light attributes, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So it's like being the mediator in the situation, trying to bring balance. I wonder if you're dealing with, like I said, the justice system or legal scenarios. I know I've done readings for you before, but I can't possibly remember. The shadow attribute of this is negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Oh, my fingers are itchy. I want to say that I think you're going to be receiving some money. I am going to say that. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit card for you if you have any questions. From the Divine, now's the time to ask. Let's pull cards for you. Whichever one you choose. My son loved all of those Halo games. Dear you, this is for Georgina. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can, as long as it's not used to manipulate others. Really, and that came out in the attributes here. The truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results. Let go of your fears and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it and be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. Yeah, that's all you do is put your, I think it's $10 minimum donation in there and then ask a question and I can pull cards for you. Georgina, there's something about you birthing yourself into a process, a new process. It's like still I get that circle on the refresh button. It's like hitting the refresh button and the circle, it just keeps going round and round and round and round. This man that I'm connecting with, Georgina, from the other side has short curly hair, whoever that might be, for you. So everybody, there's anyone who's in the room, if you'd like to You Pay We Play, it's a $10 minimum fee. You can put that through Super Chat down there along with your question. Before you push send and the money, you'll have a spot where you can type in a question to go along with it. So I'm just going to pull a Oracle of the Seven Energies for everyone in the room. Sacred Reverence. I like this card. I never used to, but I'm starting to really like it. Looking at the world, do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you see just a plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you see just an animal? While this categorizing is one way of viewing the world, it is only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you. Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into the unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy. Then you will know what to do for the highest good of all. There's that. This beautiful card. All right. All right, let's see what else we can do here. I hope Georgina got all that information. Hi, Tammy. Tammy, welcome. All right, so this is for, I have to look back at my computer because I don't have my laptop or tablet working right now. This is for Jennifer. This is for you. This reading I'm gonna do right now is for you. Relocation and business. I think it was Jennifer, yes. Relocation and business. I'm gonna pull a card where your soul is trying to speak to you. It's like the shadow side and the light side of both. The alchemist. The light attribute of the alchemist is transformation of base motives and goals in golden wisdom. Shadow attribute, misuse of the power and knowledge that came through spiritual practice. So if you're struggling between trying to manifest the new and then wondering how that's all going to go, that's what I get. It's like, have I put the right ingredients in? There's something you're trying to start or to do, and you're concerned about whether you have all the ingredients in the mix. It's like you're about ready to put it in the oven, but you're concerned about, it's like you're concerned about your manifesting abilities. And I think it's because you've been in this energy for so long, it feels, of there's a fear of financial lack, and it is what I'm trying to do going to yield results. The 3 of Pentacles I have after the 5 of Pentacles, which brings it to an 8, which is about putting in the work. I wonder if there's some sort of concern for you about if you will have the energy to put in the work. It's about also seeing something through here for you. There's been a stalemate or some indecision about which way to move forward. All up in your head, stress, worry, aggravation, my goodness. It's like, it's almost like there's taking worry to a new level. There's about to be a victory, however, and I want to say that you're feeling a little bit defensive, or I would say even reserved about, maybe reserved about sharing the things that you're passionate about. What is this 5 of Pentacles about? This is fear, lack, fear of lack. So lacking clarity on which option is the best option to take. Moving. Tell me about moving, relocating. Well, relocating for money. I get the Queen of Pentacles. So it's about putting in the work to build what you want to build and moving away from rough waters to calm waters. So you really just need to trust yourself. But I could see how that would be difficult, especially with the planets and where they're at right now. Things are going to happen fast for you. It's a good idea to relocate. If you're relocating for business, I'm going to tell you it's a good idea. Things are going to happen Sorry about that. Things are going to happen fast for you, and it's going to bring about, it's like a gift from the divine coming in quick. Why the all of a suddenness? Hi, Sarah. Why the all of a suddenness? That's a good question. It's not all of a sudden. Man, there's a lot of, I'm picking up a lot of fear, and fear's not it. Fear's the wrong word. Apprehension. There's a lot of apprehension for you around finances and money, whether you can trust a certain income to come to full fruition, whether you are ever going to have that 10 of Pentacles energy. It's like, even if the divine has been giving you opportunities, there's so much apprehension about what's going to work in the long term that the opportunities end up being missed. It's because you want to see the proof of what is happening before you step into making it real. It's kind of like, I'll believe it when I see it scenario, but there's no positivity in that energy. And you need to kind of flip the script on yourself and take yourself to an energy of, if I believe it, that's when I will see it. I can't even. Look at this, last two cards. You need to flip the script on yourself, because this energy is not positive, I said. And bring it to an understanding that when you're in that believing happens before the seeing. And then I pull these two cards. You see, that is in your victory, is in the trust and the faith that if you believe it will be as it is, then the universe matches what you believe. So therefore, when you put your mind out to believe something, it actually creates what you believe. That's why even negative self-talk creates a negative ripple effect, you see. But being you're the alchemist right now, and you're working between transforming your life in finances and in business, I wonder where your planets are. The reason I'm saying is because it's almost like I'm getting an energy of clash between where Lilith is for you and where your North Node is. There is definitely travel and relocation on the map, and I feel you should do that because it's going to bring in new energy and a brand new start for you. I think there's a lot of mistrust in it. I can't even. You're totally leveling up, but you've got to move in order to do it. In order to get pregnant, she's got to move. See what I'm saying? Just saying. So will the new job moving, will it bring bounty? If you're sitting in Empress energy, it's going to bring a whole lot of bounty. But there is the believing that needs to be there before the seeing of the situation happens. I have King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, trying to start a new thing. Very concerned about that. Concerned about having enough energy to give to a situation. It's almost like there's some depression and apathy here going on. I think there's concerns for you in a relationship stance as to whether you can trust, whether someone's giving to you and to another, or are they going to give the job to someone else and or hold it for you. There's a lot of worry. I'd say you're doing a lot of the mental processing at night because it's the only time you have to do it with a clear head when all the energies of the day have settled. There's some good news coming and it's going to bring about a brand new beginning. So believe the good news is coming and believe the new beginning is coming. Look at that. Good news, passionate communication or quick communication that's exciting. It's like, whoa, wait a second. And it's going to be bigger than you expect it to be, this whole moving scenario. that brings about finances. Why do I say that? Because I got the World card as the very first one. It's like they're opening a portal of energy. Yes, this is about travel, I know, but they're opening a portal of energy for you to step through. I think part of the confusion is that you step through the portal, you kind of end up there on one side a bit, and you find yourself back and forth. I see this portal being open for quite some time. It's like you have the ability to decide when you close that cycle. But the problem is, it's almost like a soul lesson. The longer you stay in between both, then that's when you end up having more confusion. Whereas if you just pick one, stay where you are or move forward. If you just pick one, you're ending a massive cycle here, and you don't need to redo the lesson. You've learned the lesson. You've learned what you need to learn, so you can move forward, absolutely, and create this new with the alchemist. I want to say, though, I feel like there's a certain amount of you feeling like you're lying to yourself here. I can't do that. But how many times do you say, though, I can't do that, or I can't this, or I can't that? But the reality is, if you actually tried to climb a hill with a bit of a slope and you walked up, you might actually be able to do it. So is this something new that you've not tried before? Is the question. I'm going to pull you a postcard from Spirit, Jennifer, and then we'll go end your reading there. Moving and going into the new thing is going to turn out very nicely for you. Very nicely for you. I'm not going to say it's going to have its not going to have its moments of fear or, you know, lack of faith. I'm not going to say that at all, but it is going to turn out beautifully for you. Dear you, you are in such good shape right now. I can't even make this up. You are in such good shape right now that we're all doing the happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice to get with Spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where this is all going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts right now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by your small self? Get rid of the negative energy now. Resentments be gone. Forgiveness and love enter. Please. You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment. Aren't you thrilled to know you have such a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always. So that's beautiful energy. It's like absolutely you have a green light in your life. The question is, do you believe it? Because until you believe it, you won't see it. You're welcome. Now someone else did a reading. Tammy, love, do you have a question, my dear, or shall I just, what would you like me to do? A general reading, or is that a donation? Yeah, I hear you there, Sarah, feeling that for sure. And then some. Okay. I am so incredibly happy to announce. You're so very welcome, Georgina. I'm glad that worked. I was wondering where you went to, but who was the person I channeled from the other side? Who is he? Because he wasn't giving me a name. It's almost like he wants to stay incognito. That's what I was getting. Incognito. Anyway, so my beautiful success in my life and growing as a human being and understanding that I have more control of things than I used to have or used to believe I had, because I always had the same control. Perceptions, everything, right? So this new thing that has come into my life is actually an old thing that's come back around. So I'm creating healing. Thank you, Kathy. I'm creating healing for myself where my mom is concerned and my father is concerned, and I am now in communication with my mom, and she's had a lot of life changes, and as have I. And I believe that we've both grown enough to start a new movement forward, can't even with this, you see. And like fast movement forward. it's kind of like sometimes you have to separate ways. I come on kind of generally whenever I feel like it. I could say I'm on usually around eclipse time. I try and be there for everybody immensely, but I mean, I'm going to be heading to BC here, I believe, between the 7th and the 10th. And I mean, I don't know. Here's a good question. How often would you like me to come on? Because I prefer to do lives than I prefer to do recorded stuff. Yeah, it is a very big change for me. So, like, how often would you like me to come on? There's sometimes I've come on before and there's like hardly anyone on, but I'm curious as to, you know, what works best for you guys. Maybe you can put it in the chat if you want, but guidinghalo@gmail.com. Message me, email me, and tell me what time works best for you so that I can come on at a time where everybody who would like to join me is good to join me. You know, I used to do it Friday nights, but that ended up an issue with my personal world. And then I used to do it Sunday afternoons, and that also ended up an issue with my personal world. I don't have Cash App I'm in Canada, and we don't have Cash App here. I have PayPal. That's about it. There's got to be another something I can use, but I can't seem to find it. Whoa. Sarah, do you know of any other thing that people from the States can give money through other than PayPal? There's got to be other things. I know that we don't have Cash App here in Canada. I've tried to get it. I've tried to look for it many times, unless it's brand new. They've finally done it, but Zelle? I'll have to look into that. Zelle. Does Canada have Zelle? Venmo? Zelle? Yeah, see, that's my issue. There's an issue with, where did my pens go? Literally, I'm just having a time of it, let me tell you. Let me write that down. Nope, not that one. Okay, Zelle, Venmo. Yeah, PayPal is about the only one, and you can hook PayPal up to your bank account so that if you pay with PayPal, it can come directly from your bank account. Just so you know. Oh, thank you. Keep that aside here and look into those things. I'm going to read that again. Zella, and Venmo. Okay. Tamara, if you would like to, oh, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm just catching up on the chat. I don't have my tablet available because it like died on me. I'm having electronical issues. Big surprise, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm glad I was correct about that. I really felt that indecision and that not being able to move. Sarah, are you working incredibly hard right now, or are you available for a visit sometime soon? Thank you, Sarah. Let me have a look. Yep, Kathy Samuel. Kathy, it's a $10 minimum fee, so in order to have a reading. Otherwise, I will just take it as a donation. All right. There's my girl. Hi, favorite. Do you want to come say hi to everybody? Come here. Come on. You come say hi to everybody. You're wet. What have you been playing in? What have you been playing in? Okay. Oh, my girl. Aw, I love you. Look at my girl. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Aw, my Frey, so pretty. It's this pretty girl. Hmm? Yeah. She's needing a lot of attention lately. Aren't you? Yeah, so kitty. That's so kitty. You want to lay down right there? You can lay down right there. Mommy will let you. Yeah, I'll let you. Aw. My sweet, sweet girl. I'm gonna put you down now. Ugh, here. All right. My nose is itchy. Kathy. All right. Does Kathy have a question? There you go, Tamara. Actually, wait. Tammy Love was next. Tammy Love was next. So, what's your question, Tammy? I don't know whether it's Tammy or how to say your name exactly, but awesome. I have my friend recently ghost me without saying anything. Huh. Okay. Let me see if I can turn on my tablet now. This is craziness. My kitty makes me itch, but I love her immensely. Are you coming back up, sweetie bee? You coming back up? Yeah? What you after? You can't drink my coffee. It's against the rules. You're already hyper enough. All right. Ghosted you without saying anything. Well, hence the ghosting. Whoops. It's a temporary pause in action. Sees well planted unnecessary worry. Now she's knocking cards off the table entirely. There's something about taking a leap of faith. What is this about? I'm feeling, I have to say, what I'm feeling from the circumstance and situation is that she's got to go her own way so that she can make her own decision on a matter. And unfortunately, a lot of times the only way we can have clarity is to leave someone behind for a while. Because I'm feeling like a fork in the road, a split, but the cards are saying, it's a he, the cards are saying that it's a temporary pause in action. Seeds well planted, unnecessary worry. Seven months, I have the Empress, 6 to 7 months. Are they dealing with a mother figure? I just saw the star card. Something to do with a mother figure. Challenging information coming in, very quick challenging information. Was this a certain friend you were hoping on dating seriously, or were dating seriously, because they felt the information that came in is making them less dateable. There's something to do here with balance between the question of how do I there's something they're keeping to themselves. I wouldn't say it's lying, but it could be without you can still lie by omission. In other words, not telling the whole truth, just because someone would say, oh, well, you didn't ask. Oh, well, that's something I should have been told, not have to ask about, right? Lying by omission. They liked you, I can tell you that much. But there's some sort of facade and more going on here, and they view you as a match to them. But there's something going on here behind the scenes that's some sort of fuckery. And it has to do with children, around children. And I would even say money, job, children situation. If they're Aquarius, did you say that he was an Aquarius? I can't even remember. Someone ghosted you. This is why I need my tablet up and running, so I don't have to sit here and scroll through stuff. Pisces. So I want to say there's something that he wasn't telling you, lying by omission per se. Was this the type of person that, I really like you, let's be friends, but I don't want to commit, I don't want anything serious, but yet their actions showed you that they were serious about you, even though their words said no? And it's kind of like they tell people that so that they can oust themselves and then come back and say, oh, you know what, like I told you I didn't want anything serious. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Pisces can move on from baby mamas. I'm not sure where I'm getting that from, but anyone who has their children will be, it's incredibly hard for them to let go of. Yeah. Even though he sees you two as a match, you see, but see how his back is towards her and she's looking away. And in between the two, there's all of this energy, the great sadness, but hoping above all hope that it's not completely dead, and then holding on tight. Where you were like talking to this person for seven weeks, or is it a longer friendship, like 7 months? What's the shadow attribute here? 2 years. Engineer. Light attributes: ability to give creative energy and practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. But the shadow attribute: reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. You see, this is exactly what I was talking about. So this Pisces is in the shadow side right now, relying on the mechanical way words work without regard for the emotional consequences that they cause in that journey. I'm going to pull you a postcard from Spirit. Dearest you, we have a secret for you. The more you think you know, the less you actually do. So if you're willing to keep an open mind, you will avoid the narrow confines of the know-it-all and open up to the unlimited potential that can be discovered only by the curious optimist. Curiosity allows you to discover new things, see the world from a different perspective, and find answers to questions you might not even know you have. Right now, whatever is going on, it's important to know that you are not aware of all the aspects of it you need to see to make an informed choice. You might be projecting a story that isn't totally true. So moving forward, your mantra could be, I don't know, or that's interesting. As you keep your mind and heart open to new experiences and a richer existence overall, all of us over here want you to be all you can be. We are cheering for you. Can you hear us? So perhaps it's a throw your hands up in the air thing and say, well, I don't know what happened. That was an interesting experience. Let's just move upwards and onwards with my thing. It's really about parenting your mind and not allowing your mind to take over your situation, you know. Yeah. All right, who is next on the list? Kathy was next. All right, Kathy, it's your turn, my friend. Let's see what this has to say here. Okay. All righty. You're very welcome. All right, let's see what's up for Kathy. Did you have a recent ending to something? Something you had a lot of hope in? Or someone passing away? I just see the death card. No. Okay. Scorpio. There you go. Who's the Scorpio? Are you the Scorpio or is someone else the Scorpio? Younger. Gotcha. Okay. Splitting the deck. We have things happening at a fast pace. We've got some juggling going on. So that tells me news is going to come in that's going to make you want to or the need to move quickly. It could be challenging information or it's coming. You are, but Kathy was before you, so I need to do her after Tammy. Back to your reading. I apologize for that. So what you're not seeing coming, wow. Wow. There's going to be a lot of movement forward something that you feel you were tied to, may have even at one time called toxic. There's going, or put behind you, there is going to be some movement forward here. Ace of Pentacles. The next card I got was the Chariot, movement forward. This is acknowledgement for a job well done. And this opportunity comes in because of that, which brings movement forward. But there's this, it could be dealing just with a Capricorn and a Cancer, but there will be communication coming from somebody, and it could even be someone from your past who you felt was toxic. As that communication comes forward, there's a, I want to say there's a tie that you've had a hard time breaking or letting go of. It's like you've turned your back on it many times, or your person has. What is this? I'm gonna, just one sec. I'm gonna grab my small deck and do some clarifiers for that Devil card. The Devil card, tell me about the Devil card. Man, we got the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. So there's some sort of soul contract here, shadow side and light side of relationship. Something you want to be independent of, but the divine kind of keeps pulling it back around. Something's not been solved here with this scenario. I think there's things with this Scorpio love person that you see similar or feel similar energies towards your ex, so you actually wonder if it's viable. There's movement forward that could be had, but it's almost like you're concerned about being breadcrumbed or not being given what you desire. Someone also in your world had nasty truth given to them about a vehicle and a certain amount of money it's going to take to fix that said vehicle. And you're all up in your feels about that. It's like could be an electrical issue or something, and needing the money to go ahead and fix that vehicle, some sort of mode of transportation. Someone also could be getting a new job in the transportation industry, which will make them have to move very quickly. I got the Two of Pentacles again, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. So let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. Let's see, that I got in the first row. Indecision, stalemate. So this is the energy you're coming from, is indecision and stalemate energy, not sure what to do, which way to go, which way to turn. What's the challenging information about? It's the Knight of Swords. Dang, that's information coming at you fast. That's not fun. This could be law, legal law enforcement, or communication from a Libra. Air energy nonetheless, coming in fast. It's like somebody could have said something incredibly cutting to you. And it's almost like the energy of you have something to say about that. Let me tell you what I have to say about that. So it seems to me there's been a little bit of a falling out. And it's the energy of a quick tongue, and someone wants to win at all costs. I got the King of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, but also stands to reason. Someone very passionate about their work and what they do. It led to you walking away from a circumstance or a situation to go find your happy. As you walked away from that, went to find your happy, you ended up taking control of your life. This could be an old job situation you were in. Could be something to do with a father figure. Communication. What's the Eight of Wands about? I don't want to get too stuck in that energy. Well, good news. Look at this beautiful energy. Look at this beautiful energy. See this? Communication coming in from a distance. about seeing the beauty you are and a commitment. It's almost like standing on your truth and your standing on the pillar that you are, your belief system, you could be dealing with a Taurus here, something to do with the government as well, but communication coming in quick about some sort of commitment or long-standing or long understanding you've had about a firm foundation based on how to build a firm foundation that you've been taught your whole life, which sets you up in this energy of Empress. So somebody sees you with a lot of value, and there is an absolute match here with the Emperor and the Empress. But this is somebody you've walked away from in the past and had a fight with. Could be a job, could be a father figure, could be whatever. Whatever it is for you. Yeah, it's like you had to stand your ground, and in standing your ground, it's like a how do we say? It's like ants scattering. They all just scattered, and you're sitting there wondering what to do now. Come on, it can't be that bad just because I stood my ground. Come on now, people. But I want to say, you taking control of the situation or circumstance, it levels you up for sure. Although I have to say, a lot of times it's lonely at the top. There's some energy here of loneliness and apathy and maybe even a little bit of depression. I don't know if your Scorpio has said some things to you that hurt you that you've not told that person that they hurt you. But it seems to me you may need to. The question is, do I know when? Let's find out when. Girl. Wow. Holy crap. I'd say within the next 10 months. Why? I got your wish granted. I got the 10 of Pentacles. And I got the Star. So you got the 10 of Pentacles surrounded by 2 cards of wishes granted. Wow. Like, holy crap. Just saying. Go get him, Tiger, and let me know how it turns out. Damn. All right. So, oops, sorry about that. We have next. Tamara is next. I'm just going to take a momentary break. You're very welcome. And Tamara, I will be back with your reading very shortly, okay? I'll leave the camera on. Don't run anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hi, kitty kitty. Okay, Tamara, are you in the room? Are you here and ready? Finally, it's your turn. What's up, kitty? What's up, sweetie pea? What's up? Shuffling the cards for Tamara. Tamara Potts. That Potts? There you are, finally. My bad for taking so long to get to you. All right. Just look at the start. Yes, Freya, I know. You have lots to say. Sarah, or Tamara, did you just want a general reading, my friend? I can't find your question up there. Well, Freya's back. Hello, sweetie. You just insist on showing your butt to the whole world, don't ya? Come sit with Mom? No, you want to go play? Well, Mom's busy. Mama's busy, sweet pea. Okay, general reading. All right. Let's get it on. General. Whoop. Whoa, wow. Something's taking a while to get going. You may have walked away from it because it took so long to get going. Is your money coming here soon? Taking a long time. There you go. That's it. The money thing. I just saw the 10 of Pentacles. You're wondering whether you should have any hope in this lawsuit money coming soon thing. I think it will come to you. Question is when. How far along is the lawsuit in its sweetheart? How far along is the lawsuit in its journey? Like its length? Like how long have you been dealing with this? How long has it been since you got a lawyer? All that sort of stuff. You're gonna fall, Freya. You're just a silly kitty. Or just hyperactive. Hyperactive, my girl. Just get hugs. Just sit there and relax. Because I'm getting there's something about November here for you where you could get communication that money would come in. Either that or you're dealing with a Scorpio. Challenging information. Whoa, okay. I think there's manipulative energy going on, Tamara, around how it is you, not you. There's manipulative energy going on behind the scenes. I just pulled the Mother card. Light attributes, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Shadow attributes, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. And I do have 2 pages here which could represent children. Fear of loss based on children's decisions or something. End of that cycle, start of a brand new one. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, we have some nefarious nonsense. If this is court scenario, If somebody's not telling the truth about all of the money that they have, or they're keeping some of their money hidden, and I want to warn against it because somebody's going to find out somehow, and it's going to be an absolute wish granted they do. It's going to change everything. And the person who's doing the nefarious nonsense of the lying, cheating, or stealing about the finances they make or the money that they make is going to pay a heavy price. There's two people, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. It could be two lawyers going at it, a female and a male lawyer. The thing here between, it's like, you might wonder whose grudge they're fighting for. Is it their own? I'm getting like two lawyers. If there's a female and a male, if they seem overtly aggressive, I want to say that the lawyers themselves are having issues that they shouldn't be bringing into whatever scenario this is. Other than that, we have two people that are facing a massive challenge in order for them to come together. Well, I think you're 100% right about that, because I'm telling you though, any lawyer will tell you the truth about that, or they could lose their license over it. So did her stepfather leave her money? What's with the Capricorn energy? There's a Capricorn energy here. Patience and the, wow, this is the dark and the light side of a relationship. There needs to be patience here. Capricorn, Gemini, and Temperance, Sagittarius energy. The Wheel of Fortune spins in your favor. So whatever's playing out here, I want to tell you that it's going to turn out beautifully. Look at the major arcana we have with bringing balance to this situation. Okay, look at this. We have the light side of relationship, the divine intervening, and the dark side of relationship. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune that clarifies it all. So it's something about divine timing and bringing this about for you. Hi, William. Yep, long time. You're Capricorn. So when I ask if your father left you money and I pull the Capricorn card, that's an affirmative yes. So, and it fell right on top of a lawyer. So you need to get in touch with the lawyer who is in charge of your stepfather's will. Capricorn, justice. And the Page of Pentacles, news about money. Or, yeah. Nice to see you as well. What does your stepfather want you to know? Stepfather want you to know. The Three of Wands. Your ships are going to come in 3 months' time. That's affirmative. I got the Three of Wands. What does he want you to know? You're going to come in. And I thought in 3 months' time, and then pulled the Three of Cups. So something about celebration there for you in 3 months' time. Well, if the person who passed didn't have a lawyer, then you're kind of a little hooped on that, because he should have left a will or something. You had a lawyer for other stuff. Have you thought about being your own lawyer, but wondered if you would have any luck with that? Making a decision and communication coming in fast. So there's more going on here behind the scenes, and you do have some insight about it. The question is, what should you do to move forward? How should you move forward? What's the best way to move forward? We have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We have Cancer, Pisces. We have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. There's going to be a decision that's made that's going to bring you reason for hope or something. And the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, like seriously. So within 3 months, you will have some sort of celebration regarding all of this. And then I have communication coming in fast. Okay, well, then it has something to do with other stuff then. So something to do with 3 months. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Wands, and the Magician. It's like wanting to walk away from any trickery, but there's something that's going on behind the scenes that's hidden from you, and you intuitively sense it because you're very intuitive. I guess the question remains is, what are you going to... I mean, I know you have a lawyer and all that sort of thing. I guess the question remains is, what's going to happen within the next 3 months to bring this about for you? How far is the other process? I just saw the Hermit and the Sun card. Okay, I'm going to ask in general for money for you, Tamara. In general for money for you. What's the scoop? The Magician. So you're being divinely guided to start something. You have the ability to create whatever it is you desire and to bring in a lot of finances for yourself. When is this money going to happen? I'd say within the next 3 to 9 months. Yeah, I got the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. New job, new home, new life, new you. Is there something about your work that's holding you up as well? It seems like there's just a whole bunch of hold up right now, and things are like taking forever. I think you're tired of the waiting around, man. It's like, can we just get on it? 3 to 9 months, there's going to be... I got the Three of Cups again on top of the King of Swords, using logic, reason, and discipline. Yeah, that too, William. Very possible. It's almost like they're asking you to go and create. You are going to have a victory here, and it's going to put an end to some turmoil you've been through. Dealing, this is Scorpio energy. Transformation, turmoil, a victory coming your way. And then Empress energy, going from 9 of Pentacles to the Empress. Yeah. But everything is absolutely messed up. It's like you can't see heads for You can't tell heads or tails right now. It's just messed up. There's like the communication's messed up. Like there's nothing, there's no clarity. So asking the divine for help to get into alignment to find clarity would be your best bet, I'm going to say. A year and 6 months, yeah. I got the 7 of Swords after I put it all back. Communication coming in that's going to surprise you. It's going to be great communication and set you up financially. But there's still some work that's required in doing it, balancing your emotions in order to get this wish granted, and balancing your emotions, balancing how you feel about money, finance, balancing how you feel about what it is you're creating. In mind, it's like a whole chakra alignment needs to happen for you. And healing. I want to say that your injury is not quite completely healed either. And I wonder if a lot of times the injury that you're facing at work is like it's affecting you emotionally now more so than it affects you physically because of all of the fallout. Yeah, stalemate and indecision, not which way to go, but also not making a decision is also a decision. So we have looking at the past and the tower moment. It's almost like someone fell off a ladder or something, and it created an ending. The problem is now we've got to focus on how to make new money or make more money or something. Coming in there. What is this? Passionate new opportunity, but even then still up in your head about whether you can manage it. Because the 8 of Swords is about trying to mentally manage the path forward that you're thinking about. It's like a temporary self-imposed prison, blah, 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 but it's like mentally managing your thoughts. You're trying to maintain, yeah. Well, you're definitely ending a cycle and starting a new one, and there's question about how to start or what to do. Perhaps that's the problem, is that there's maintenance and maintaining going on instead of new creation. Hello, Antoinette. Welcome. All right, next person up is, like I gave you very many answers. I'm sorry about that. We're up next with XO, who's dating an Aquarius. Should you continue to give this relationship a chance? XO, are you in the room? Let me know you're in the room and you're going to hear this. I just saw the 3 of Cups and the Victory card. Yeah, I hear you there, Tamara. I really do understand that. I feel like there's something that you do, a gift or a talent or something that you could put to good use. But in order to do it, you're going to have to get into magician energy, which is about creating the new for yourself. Yeah. All right. I just want to look at that again, clarify. I think the Aquarian you're dealing with is all up in his head already. Not sure what to do. not sure what. I feel like he was headed on a certain trajectory and something happened, and it's like there was a split in his thinking. Starts to see clearly. You're welcome. Starting to see things clearly. There's something that there's going to be, see, something sudden happened. He has to think through clearly and focused in order to make it work, but he's got his guard up for sure. Almost like he feels the need to defend himself in a certain circumstance or situation that came inwards, and as well as he realizes that leaves you a little bit on a, for a reason, absolutely, leaves you a little bit on the outside of the circumstance or situation. He knows you're good there. So should you continue to give this relationship a chance? It will take time, but I'm getting no, not right now. If it does come around, it very well may be November and December. So this is like, no, a firm no. I get the Seven of Swords again. It's almost like if you went back or you kept doing it, it would be like lying to yourself. It's like hoping for the inevitable, but sabotaging whatever would come in next. I can't even... Should you give this relationship a chance? If you did, you would be like self-sabotaging whatever comes next. Yeah, see? It's just confirming what William's saying there too. There's secrets. There's things that aren't being shown. Things that are being kept in the dark, trying to get away with things. So with the Ace of Cups, what comes after the Ace of Cups for you? Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Putting in the work, but at a crossroads and decision about which way you want to move forward. How do we follow our passions when our hopes and dreams don't end up in alignment per se with the exact path we're on? I'm not going to say so you won't hear from him again. I believe you will, and I believe it'll be December or later. Yeah, absolutely, it's going to come back around. Absolutely. I want to tell you that I think your Aquarius person has mommy issues. And it wouldn't even surprise me if his mom came in and this is what I'm getting intuitively. His mom came in and said something, and yeah, he's got mommy issues. Oh yeah, he does. Big time. And unless he finds a woman who will deal with him like his mommy does, then it's never going to work. And you deserve far better than that anyway. Leaving this situation will be an absolute victory. There's a Libra I know who's much in a similar circumstance. It's not easy living with parents and taking care of parents and doing that sort of stuff, and the parent ends up in fear when you meet a new person, and so they try and do this dance to keep everybody happy. And the problem with doing the dance to keep everybody happy is nobody ends up happy, least of all them. But if you want to look at that in circumstance or in situation, it's like, yeah, well, for sure. I mean, she takes up a lot of his energy, but it makes him comfortable at the same time to have his energy taken up. And if nothing else, his mom is his mom, and he can count on that. There's got to be some sort of financial stability that comes along with that as well. So the problem with this is, in the person that wants to take care of their significant parent or whichever in their life, is that a lot of times they use the notion of I'm taking care of them to stay where they are at so that they don't have to move forward. And then they end up taking care of them and hoping for a payout or money situation after the person passes away. And then after the person passes away, a lot of times that money doesn't even come to them because there's not as much money as the parent used or said in the circumstance that's left to them anyways. There's something, a toxic tie. This is something that happened for him. I'm going to tell you right now. Something came in, something that his mom said that has some sort of control over his shadow side. And parents are in the relationship with their children with soul contracts in order to help that soul progress in this lifetime. So the decision in having her move in there, there's some sort of soul contract that needs to be dealt with. Look at this. I have these two cards, something that was said that in actuality was a wish granted because it spoke to his soul, but it's a toxic tie here, you see. Balance the shadow side and the light side of relationship. There's something that needs to be healed here. And that's why his mom's coming back in. Anything between a parent and child is a very strong soul tie in this life and has to do with how you move forward and such. I just saw the Knight of Cups wanted to sacred contracts, exactly. Yep. And if you want to interject or have been brought into a circumstance where that is happening, you are there almost as like that story of the boat that sees someone in the water and they swim past and go, hey man, do you want a life preserver? And they're like, no, I'm good. Hi, Nitor. So, no, that's okay. I'm good. Don't need to do that. All this sort of stuff. Then it's like someone then comes along with the boat and throws them a life raft or a life vest or whatever and tries to pull them in. They go, oh, no, I got a life raft. I'm good. They'd still rather sit there and tread water instead of hop into that boat and be saved, because to them, being saved is to their detriment. They will stay in that situation and do whatever it takes to stay in that situation because they view it on the shadow side as their own safety, and use that situation as an excuse time and time and time again not to step out of the safety of whatever that, whether it's toxic or otherwise, whatever that is, whether it's toxic or otherwise, they'll keep that reason to stay in it. All right, that's your reading, my darling. Yeah, absolutely, a crutch. I mean, we all have them. All of us are guilty of such, whether we are taking care of a parent or not. So I have Jennifer next. Love life, current and future. I'm an Aries. All right. You're welcome. Jennifer, love life, current and future. I just got told to pull you a bunch of cards. You can choose to break them energetically. You're not going to go into the details. Yeah, everything is choice and intention is everything. So what you intend to have happen is, well, everything. All right. Power of love for you, my dear Jennifer. What is the divine trying to open your heart towards to bring for you? Here's a good mantra for you. Let's find a good mantra for you. Joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. The divine wants you to get out, start having fun again, my friend. Present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So these are things that you need to work on. Really work on. having joy and bringing joy into the moment that you're in, with circumstance, relationship, or otherwise. Let's pull some cards on that for more clarity. Wow. Look at the Empress falling out already. Popped right out of the deck. It's almost like your circumstances, you're in a better situation than you give yourself credit for, Jennifer. So, keeping in mind that you're going to bring joy and have fun in all that you do and be present in the moment, bring love to every current situation and circumstance. Well, I can tell you right now, that's going to be beautiful. That's all I'm saying. And it's going to bring in wishes granted for you. As the cards go flying off the table into the unknown. So, clarifying joy. So there's some sort of understanding that you've had for quite some time about what you want in relationship. It's that firm foundation that you have built over time as a child, up until adulthood, about your belief system, your structure, all of that regarding relationships. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all you do. Look at this. It's beautiful. Commitment and wishes granted when you do this. It's about firming up a commitment to be joy in all that you do, which will bring in the love that you seek. There could be a commitment you're headed for or already have that has brought you some sort of joy. Now, this could be commitment regarding a parent, a child, a love life person, Taurus maybe. So, see, you're in this mode of wanting a new beginning, wanting a new start, wanting to have a, whether in relationship or not, wanting to have new joy come. New joy, putting joy into things, but in a new way. It's not like the first thing you'd think of or do. You're really going in asking the divine for clarity, taking a break, needing a break, planning a trip even. All up in your head. So doing the mental processing with thought instead of intuition. Now, intuition's a feeling. Does the brain sort out and process what the intuition says? Perhaps. Can you open your heart space and trust how your heart feels regardless, and not let your brain do the work for your heart? You're very much up in your head and mental energy. It could be the ending of a commitment here that's been brought your way. I have the 8 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, but this is not the end of a commitment. It's not like a dead end. It's an end to the mental fuckery you've been putting yourself through based on commitment, or when will love come in, or when will I have commitment. It's almost like you've got yourself convinced to a certain extent that without a commitment or a type of commitment that you've grown up to understand what commitment is, that you would never be happy without it. But there needs to have an end come to that, and you need to get into a place of joy in order to bring it forward. All right, the present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So they want to talk about work here and what you do for work and loving what you do for work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're having an absolute realignment of everything you've had faith in, everything you've had trust in, everything you viewed as truth. There's an absolute realignment the divine is taking you through right now. That's what I'm getting. An absolute realignment. It's like what you thought was commitment. It's like you're putting a new spin on it, and it's bringing you joy. What you thought or mentally processed as going to make you happy, absolute new spin on it. It's like you're absolutely heading into a complete change of mind, spirit, body, absolute alignment into what you want. It's completely changing. Whereas before you might have thought, well, I want this type of thing and this. It's like completely changing. Now you're in the process of, well, I don't know if I want that no more. Because you've been lied to. Things are going on behind your back. And it's a matter of needing to see clearly, becoming very wise about how you move forward in anything. How you move forward in anything. Two of Cups. Taking a leap of faith towards love, but you're tired of the emotional and mental fuckery that goes along with it. So you sit there and tell yourself, well, I might be better off without it. Or perhaps, maybe I should just have more fun and not put all of my energy towards commitment. The idea of commitment, whatever that means to you. Most of our ideas of commitment are formed by the age of, was it 5 or 6, I think? I think things are going well in your life, but trying to find out or figure out how to bring commitment to solidity without the lying and cheating and the bullshit fuckery that's going on behind the scenes. It's like, why can't I just have a normal, nice relationship with a decent person? And I'm not even just going to say love relationships. It could be relationships all across the board. Why can't I just have a decent relationship with a human being? Well, if they give you just a decent I'm going to tell you right now, if they gave you what it is you want, you'd be bored out of your mind. You'd be bored out of your mind because there's some sort of need or necessity to have this bit of conflict. There's like a, even though you don't see the positive in that situation, it's like you like to have the conflict. You like to have the person that you can sit there and say, no, actually, you like to have somebody that you can bicker with a bit. You like to have somebody that you can get up in arms with here and there, that if it's a nice, easy thing, it's gonna bore the crap out of you and then some. And you'll leave anyway. So the question herein lies, why are you tied to this? Yeah, right? Why are you tied to this idea of, you know, this happy, normal, loving relationship when you know it's not for you? It would make you bored. I think it's a wish perhaps, but it's kind of like wishing you could get out of your soul contract in this life with spirit to come down here and learn how to balance your need to, one, be right, your need to be the person that starts things, your need to, like, there's this need, this warrior need within you to create a little bit of chaos, kind of like wherever you decide to go. And as you create that little bit of chaos, the divine wants to tame this within you, and it's going to take great strength to do it. It's like you have something on your tongue and it's got to be said. But everything that comes into your mind does not have to cross your tongue. There's certain questions and things that she's coming up against that, yeah, there are certain things that you're coming up against, Jennifer, that even if you asked the question, it would never be admitted to anyway. So, and I think that's innately the problem. Then it breeds a lack of trust in you for yourself and your own intuition. Because shouldn't I be able to sit there and tell now if a person's like, you know, Wow, I put all the cards back and I got the same two. Literally. I want to say you might feel or be saying you got screwed over by a Taurus, but there's part of you, Jen, that's sitting there going, I knew this was going to happen. So therefore, what you're telling yourself is you screwed yourself over. How does that feel? It kind of sucks, right? Kind of sucks. So what's coming in for you in the future? Okay, Jen, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a soul contract that you have made with the divine in order to stand firm on your own, build your own thing, have your own money. And it's essential for you to have the freedom to do that. And it's a soul contract in this life for you to do it. So if that's something you are supposed to do, and you don't do that and you keep focusing on love and trying to bring love in, it's not going to work, because your love, the love and the soul contract that you have, what the divine is trying to bring you together with, has to do with your financial world. So there's something about building your financial world on your own and bringing this bounty in for yourself here before you can have the whole kit and caboodle, you see. That's an old term. Before you can have the whole kit and caboodle. So there's something to be learned in a different area of your life that you're not focusing on. And I would say it's the financial area. Perhaps you've been having issues building something financially, or stepping into the new, or having the confidence to, where you actually decide to put it aside and practice the law of manifestation. And as I work on my love life, then maybe that will all fall into place over there. Yeah. And then, exactly, rainbows. Rainbows and then some. Rainbows and fast. Look at this. Beautiful. So if you put your business on hold due to the pandemic, is it time to take your business online instead of out in the 3D world? Got to be a way to do that. It is online. Well, there you go. I think you're taking too logical of an approach. I think you need to get in touch with your heart and step into joy. As you do, the creative experiences, the creative messages are going to start to flow in again. Because the divine work fast when you're having fun. I can't even. Look at this. See? Getting in touch with your heart again. I have 3 kings here. King of Pentacles, King of Swords, and King of Cups coming out. So that's your message for you. So we told you a lot about what you need to do, and love is going to come in for you when that happens. You could be dealing with also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio on a more superficial level, but I think you're not going to trust them anyway. So lying, cheating, stealing, wish granted, and the fact that, well, I want to say that as a child, you were just treated like crap, man. Just saying. Treated like crapola. I'm sorry about that. Kimberly, Leonard. Is Kimberly Leonard present? There she is. Hello. All right. You're very welcome. I got the Lovers there. Kimberly just fell out. Decided just to be friends, but you know the soul tie is still there. As you decide to be friends and try and work together on a situation and circumstance, there's going to be some sort of healing that comes to both of your souls, but you're like doing the mental processing. It's like taking you over to a certain extent. I want to say that's on both sides. Someone is focusing on work, or I want to even say keeping an eye on you. It could be that there's too many people putting their opinions in a circumstance or situation is part of the issue with you guys. I think you both would like to put in the work, but there's absolute lack of trust. Lack of trust in the circumstance and situation. Whether it's trusting oneself or otherwise. I wonder if it's they're just the type of person that it's like you can't read them. You can't read them properly. And so it ends you up in a bit of a shit show of a mental fuckery. It's like in order to end the mental BS in the drama, the only way is to separate. The problem in doing so is that it creates more drama. Yes, I would say this person absolutely misses you, but they don't know how to bring it together either. There's something about not knowing how to bring it together. It's like your thoughts, his thoughts, your thoughts end up turning in on each other, and turning in on it, like stabs both your heart and see your thoughts turning in on your heart and soul and stabbing you. What you want, you both have love there, but your thoughts and the circumstance, even these could be words spoken, turn in on you and cause a lot of pain. How long should they let it sit? Wow. I got the 10 of Cups. So that tells me how long should they let it sit? As long as it takes. But there's defensiveness, there's shyness, there's not knowing for sure what to do or how to bring it about. There's a lot of love there, absolutely, but I want to say I feel family is getting in the way. There's some defensiveness. Someone feels threatened by your existence, but there will be a victory come about here. I just asked, will he move towards you? And I got the Ace of Cups. So that's a yes. But move towards you in the way that you want him to? Maybe not. I feel like he can give you tiny bits and morsels of himself, but he can't give you everything. And I think that's what you want. I think you're the type of person that wants a person who's present in every way. And I don't know if he's able to give that to you ever with the Knight of Wands card. And it's not that he's playing you. He's like giving you as much as he can. People have a love bucket. They might have a 20-gallon love bucket for their heart, you see. A 20-gallon love bucket. But if they've given 18% of that or 80% of that bucket away to others and only have like 2 gallons left for you, that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it work. What you need is somebody whose love bucket doesn't have or has more room in it. The problem with that situation is that what you're seeing in this person and how they're able to love is what is attracting you. You see. Will he tell her he wants to work it out? Well, he sees you as the Queen of Wands, or there's another woman involved. This other woman could be the person who's getting their panties in a wad. No, he's got to come at her correct. This is what I'm saying about the whole thing. He's got to come at her how she views that love bucket needs to be, or it's never going to be good enough. She wants to work it out, but she needs to give up control to what working it out looks like. And if it's not enough for you, then move upwards and onwards. I think there's something. Here yet again, it's a similar message to the other person I read for. That there's something from your childhood that you view as commitment, but something there needs to heal and change. Something's being torn down in order to bring about evolution. There's more going on behind the scenes here than meets the eye, and I want to say that the divine is working on the circumstance and situation, but they can only prompt someone to make the decisions they're supposed to make for so long. Now, it's not a wonder there's such a strong soul connect between the two of you, but I want to say that there's someone coming in between the situation. Look at this. So this is the strong bond you're feeling. The need to back away and let someone have their space. But this is the 2 highest archetype energies in the tarot. So with that being said, I'm going to say that perhaps, I wonder almost if your journey isn't meant to be in the love sense that you think it is. You feel that love for them, but is it as a, what is that love supposed to be? There's a lack of clarity around what this love is supposed to be. Am I supposed to be the guru, or is it supposed to be the typical relationship type thing of marriage, commitment, that sort of deal? Am I supposed to take my love in a different direction? Is it supposed to be a childlike love? There's all of these questions. I think it's about you getting right with you. Masculine and feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine, coming together within you so that you can take a whole person forward, yourself, forward into the next. It's almost like you not abandoning your dreams and your hopes and your goals and your wishes, but taking them with you and trying to build on them, even if it doesn't necessarily look as you have portrayed it should look. Because seriously, I got the 2 of Cups coming after the 5 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So this is like This is like emotional availability, but yet feeling left out of the emotional. It's like, you know, there's emotion available there for you. You know there's emotional availability there for you. But yet again, we have, it's like people in the family are around the water cooler, you know, putting their 2 cents in. I feel like you should head onwards and do your thing. And this person's definitely keeping an eye on you, but head onwards and do your thing and look towards your own happiness, because whatever circumstance or situation you're dealing with this person, I wonder if it's your typical love type scenario. There's more going on spiritually here than meets the eye, and honestly, even though there's a lot of love there, I don't know if you two would work in the long term anyway. It's a lot of men with mummy issues right now, working through that soul connect of the toxic tie to their mummies, codependency, and all of that sort of thing. I put them all back and pulled the Empress, the typical mother card. It's almost like they feel this sort of right to their child because they were the portal that brought them here. But they need to let go of that. You can have a soul tie, and it doesn't mean that he will return to you. Yeah, actions speak louder than words. The only way he's going to return to you is once the cycle with his mother ends, but he won't see the positive in that anytime soon. No. It's not going to be soon, so if I was you, I'd move on. Literally, I split a whole different deck and got the Empress again. There's something he is mirroring to you. There's something, his energy and his relationship with his mom is mirroring to you that needs to be healed inward within you. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there. 10 of Wands. You're not sure what the next step is. I would move forward while he does whatever he's got to do and hope for the best for you. So what? Here's the deal. So what? You love him. Every time you think of him, send him light, send him love, and let him go on his way. That's the best way I can say it. I got that saying from a movie, Eat, Pray, Love. Send him light, send him love, and be done with it. So what? You love him. Send him light, send him love, and be done with it. Move on. Put down the burdens. 10 of Wands, carrying a heavy burden. The other one was a 10 of Wands too. Start anew. You have everything in your arsenal to do so. I think the reason we hang on tight to someone that we love, we call it a soul tie. We feel such a deep connection. Yes, there is, but you can't move forward with a person all by yourself. There's got to be two people that are willing to work on the situation to move it forward. And if one is not willing to do so, then your best bet is to move upwards and onwards. I had to learn that the hard way myself. It was a very painful experience, I must admit. You know, it's interesting. I've had many of those painful experiences. If I think back to 2002, I said also there was somebody there I'd never heal from, never ever let go of completely, and blah, blah, blah. Now, does that person cross my thoughts on occasion? Yes. But is that person part of my world? No. Have I fallen in love since? Yes. You see, so what we feel like is, or we pin this idea of, well, yeah, but I felt like they were the one. You are the one. You are the only one. That's his next move. He's crossing over to the other side with his mama. Not he's dying, but he's crossing over to being under his mama's word. His next move is just to stay in the ending. There's no beginning with this card. It's a sign of transformation, yes, but something's got to die in order to have that transformation. Yeah, that's his mom right there. Taking a leap of faith. Justice. Nope, she's not going to back off, especially if she's an alcoholic. She's probably used that toxic addiction in order to hold her son to her. I need you here. You help me stay. Yeah, you help me stay sober. You keep my head straight, and you keep my heart straight, and you keep me on the straight and narrow. That's just some sort of toxic shit you shouldn't be in. Yeah, absolutely. So let it go. As they say, let it go, let it go. Don't let it hold you back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Third person, beaking up, talking about whatever, putting a wedge between two. 10 of Pentacles in a family situation, family ties, family scenario. Turn your back on the situation. Your ships will come in elsewhere. That's it for you, my darling. Kimberly, I know it's hard to hear, but I'm going to be straight up with you. I'm going to be straight up with you. There's no way that God, the divine spirit source, has brought you to this place to be playing this small. There's no way. Have you spent a minute and looked at your picture for your profile and looked at the beauty that woman is? Have you done that? You need to. Because as I was scrolling, I looked at your picture and thought how much light and beauty that you have to give to the world, to those around you. And when somebody just wants to walk away from that, you need to believe them. And you need to let them. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. You will save yourself so much pain by believing who they are when they show you the first time. Your love can't change anybody. Their own decisions got to change them. And I guarantee you, if they're dealing with a soul tie, that's going to be a very difficult thing between parent and child. He's a Scorpio, huh? Well, there you go. Being I got the death card. But see, there you are sitting. Even if you do go on dates, even if you go do the other thing. No, because I'm sitting here. I'm going to sit here and wait in this energy. See, I sit here and wait for this guy. The divine might bring you new opportunities and you're like, nope, I have a soul tie. It's very deep. I'm staying firm to this. When in actuality, look what's trying to come to you. Ace of Cups, you see. New home, new job, new life, new you. You decide what that means for you and what you're going to do to take action on it. I know she is. It takes one to know one, let me tell you. Feeling left out in the cold to your codependency or your emotions. You see. And I got 2:22:11 on the clock when I said that. 2:22:11. All right, I think you were the last one for today. Let's pull a card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle to tie up all these beautiful energy we've had today. Come in here, all about relationships and money and family and people and I think people feel very lost right now in a lot of circumstance and situation. Even if you're sitting at home by yourself and aren't in a relationship and have all the money in the world, there's still some sort of lost energy. There's lots new coming, absolutely, but you got to let them in and you got to keep it simple. The card I got is simplicity. Let's read it. Simplicity. Imagine a single white feather illuminated against a blue sky, wafting on warm air currents as it floats to the earth with simplicity and grace. Both Native Americans and Egyptians thought feathers were messages from the sky gods. Chiefs would wear feathers to symbolize their communing with the Creator. It was believed that when one wore feathers on one's head, messages from a human could travel to spirit. Likewise, messages and energy from spiritual realms could travel back down to the human through the hollow shaft of a feather. Feathers were also wafted through the air to cleanse and purify a space. To find a sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life, do only what matters, release everything else, simplify your life, scan all areas, and clear both internal and external clutter. I'm going to sneeze. Where was I? Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what is truly important to you. Relinquish everything else. Do not delay. Do it now. When your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there's no room for spirit. There is too much static and too much stuff to connect to your soul. The smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference. So it's definitely time to clear up the mental, emotional, and clutter that's going on in your mind over this whole scenario and situation you're in. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Jennifer. Thank you. It's one of my favorite ways to do things. I would prefer to do this than to do tarot readings for people to, just watch on the channel like I used to do. I find that this is so much more engaging. And it's a shame that I don't remember 98% of what I channel, and I don't necessarily have the time to go back and read it. So I even forget people I've read for, and yeah. Well, thank you, William. I'm fun. That's good to know. I've not heard that in a while. Halo is fun. Woo woo. That's right, people. I got this going on. I'm a fun girl. Look at me. Look at me. William, what have you been up to lately? I haven't seen you in forever. Where the heck you been? Good plan, Kimberly. You have to do what your soul resonates with, so do that and keep us informed and let us know how it goes. All right, I'm just going to move this camera over here a little bit this way. Gosh, I feel like I've been channeling the last couple of days, man. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I keep hearing that song, Let It Go, Let It Go. Don't let it hold you back anymore, off the song Frozen. I love that movie. My grandson likes to watch it, so I'm reminded of it frequently, but there's something about definitely right now letting go of the control and allowing divine to take the lead in all things, moving from a place of absolute inspiration as opposed to, yeah. doing what you always have to do. Not doing too bad, hanging in there, you know. Just being me, doing me. Yeah. Healing things with my mama. And enjoying the ride, you know. Yawn wild side. I'm in Alberta, Jennifer. I don't even know if it's doing what I want. Just, you know, I decided that in order to heal myself, in order to heal my misbeliefs about me, I need to heal the root of those misbeliefs about me. And the best way to do that is to work on healing things with my mama. Yeah. Absolutely being led by divine and inspiration and not doing anything I don't feel inspired to do, for sure. Which unfortunately at times, you know, can be hard. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's nice to see you back around. It's been a minute. Definitely been a minute, that's for sure. Yes. All right, my darlings, I think I'm going to let you go for today. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend, what's left of it, and enjoy your time. It's so warm here. I might go get warm. Well, Kimberly, you see, that's his job, not his mom's job. And the fact that he's doing that is his deal, right? He's a big boy. She doesn't let him do anything, or she shouldn't be. So hold him accountable to being a big boy and the fact that he's making his own choices. Yeah. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Talk to you again soon. Maybe around tomorrow at noon. How's that sound? I like tomorrow at noon. If anyone wants to come join me, Mountain Time, Canada, tomorrow at noon. I shall aim to be here. Okay? I will talk to you guys later. You take care. Blessings to you all.